The following is a presentation of the Greater Ontario Hockey League.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the West Middlesex Memorial Centre, home of the Strathroy Rockets, for a GOHL Spotlight game powered by Collins Clothiers as the Rockets play host to the Sarnia Legionnaires. Tonight is Alumni Night in Strathroy as the Rockets celebrate rich hockey history in this town and their 60-year anniversary. The Rockets made their entry into Junior B hockey in 1965, and since they've had 3 conference championships and many successful seasons. They welcome dozens of alumni back to town today to celebrate their time wearing Rockets and Blades uniforms. Those uniforms and the team's logo will be changing next year as the club announced a rebrand this afternoon to a new, sleek, modern look. To discuss this change, here's Rockets General Manager Andrew Ferlot.
I think changing the logo was something that we had to do. It marks change, and ever since we came here, we took the time to kind of process what being a Strathroy Rocket is, what it means to the community, and having something that's a little more modern and exciting, marking a new era, I think, just made sense. So the process behind it was what gets the kids excited to wear it, what makes them want to wear it, makes them want to come here, and what gets the fans excited. So walking up the stairs, I already had a few people wanting to buy them. So you could tell that the community is excited, and that was, the focal point of why we wanted to change it.
For this year's club, they've won 7 of their last 10 games and come in looking to get back into the win column this evening. A big reason for their recent success has been Zach LeBlanc, who's been having a career year. He's got 20 goals in 27 games this year and was the GOHL Player of the Month for November. Speaking of Players of the Month, forward and London Knights prospect Jake Ritson was the Rookie of the Month for November. He's at 40 points on the year, including 19 in 10 games in November. He will represent the GOHL at the Top Prospects game in Peterborough in January. The Rockets get a big boost up front today as forward Jeremy Hirsch makes his season debut. The veteran forward was acquired from London last season during a 35-point campaign. The Rockets this season are led by captain Will Hull, who is in his 4th GOHL season, and the Petroleum native has been a stalwart on the back end since 2022. In goal tonight, Strathroy sends out London Knights prospect Seth Ronan. The 17-year-old netminder has played 14 games this year with a .904 save percentage. He'll be backstopping Team Thornton in the GOHL Prospects game in January. On the flip side for Sarnia, they've had a tough start to their season, but are a hard-working squad looking to get a win tonight. 16-year-old Sarnia Sting second-rounder Sarvir Jaworski leads the team in scoring. He's got 13 points, 8 of which are goals. He'll be at the Top Prospects game in January as well. They made a big pickup up front today with the acquisition of Jace Lima. Lima began the season with the Pelham Panthers, where he had a goal and an assist in 10 games. On the back end, the Legionnaires have the 4th overall pick in last year's OHL U18 draft by the Sarnia Sting in D-man Olivier Romain. Romain has provided a steady presence on the blue line and has 4 assists this year. This Legionnaires team is captained by forward Owen Hay. Hay is in his 4th junior season and hails from Mount Bridges, Ontario. He's got veteran experience and a great mindset to help lead this team this year. In goal, Sarnia stands out Zach Irvin. Irvin was just acquired from Kamoka last week and had 56 saves in his Legionnaires debut last Friday. Ahead of a fun one tonight between Strathroy and Sarnia, let's get to our captain's comments, powered by Collins Clothiers, with Will Hull from Strathroy and Owen Hay from Sarnia.
I think it'll be a good environment for the boys, and hopefully we can show up and show what the current Rockets have compared to past Rockets. We're going in the right direction. Like, we're slowly battling. We're fighting for a playoff spot, obviously, but the last 6 out of 10 have been good games for us, and I don't know, the boys are buying into the systems and everything's clicking, so I think if we just stick to what the coach are telling us, it'll be a good game.
We always have pre-game talks before the game about drive, and we want to get fired up for every game, but especially this game tonight, like I said, we have a lot of Strathroy players, so that's 100% one thing that we've talked about throughout the week of practice coming into this game on Saturday. Special teams is a big one. Our power play has been kind of up and down throughout the whole year, so if we can capitalize on those chances and trying to get ahead in the game, then that would be a great advantage for us. You know, discipline, that's a big one. That's always what every coach says, is stay disciplined and play our game. Just keep it simple and play our game.
Prior to taking the ice today, the Rockets got a visit from alumni Harry Gorman, who spent 4 seasons with the Strathroy Rockets and Blades and put up 89 goals in the league. He read the starting lineup pregame in the Rockets dressing room.
I don't know about you, but isn't it great to play in a town like Strathroy? Holy cow, what a hockey town, seriously. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much. I was honored to play in this building. I got to play with Andy McDonald. He was my centerman for 2 years. So it's safe to assume those were probably my most productive years, like you said, 2 30-goal seasons. It was all about Andy McDonald back in those days. But so do you want to get into it? We doing the lineup now, Coach? Yeah, good. Okay, boys, you ready? So let's go. Battle of the 402. Sarnia, let's go, boys. At forward, number 12, Eddie Hickson. Is a center, number 37, Jake Ritson. Number 22, Quinn Gavin White. On defense, we got number 17, Adam Broad. Number 23, Will Hall. And the netminder tonight, number 33, Seth Roden. Woo! Let's go, boys. Taking to him. Yeah.
On hand to drop the ceremonial first puck in this one were several members of the original Junior B Rockets, including Barry Irwin and Uri Lees. Tonight, the third matchup of the year between two teams separated by just 40 minutes with 2 passionate fan bases. It's the Rockets, it's the Legionnaires, it's a spotlight game, and puck drop is next on 519 Sports. Sends a pass through the middle of the ice. It gets cut. Legionnaires head the other way. Cale Cooper racing in. Cooper shooting. Saved by Seth Ronan. A glove stop early to keep this one scoreless. Legionnaires able to force it free. Racing after it. Crute. 2-on-1 with Cooper again. Jack Crute takes a shot. Saved by Ronan. Deflected into the corner. Gets cut off. Gavin White can't find it either. It's played in deep by Hickson. Now for Ritson. Ritson leaves for Gavin White. Gets it back. Pass up to the point for Will Hall. He'll play it into the near corner. After it, Miller. Miller down for Quinn Gavin White below the goal line. Centering pass. One-timer, and Ritson scores. A great setup from Quinn Gavin White and Jake Ritson. The one-timer for the finish. It's 1-0 Strathroy. 5 minutes and 42 seconds into this first period. Legionnaires take possession. It's Cole Abbey. Abbey up for Owen Hay. He couldn't quite get a handle on it. The Rockets head back the other way. It's Hickson. Hickson bumped there by J.K. Centering pass. Laprise. He scores. Lucas Laprise makes it 2-0 Rockets. 10 minutes into this first period. Olenek back out of the room after he went down with the trainer. Centering pass from Craig. It'll be taken back by Owen Hay. Hay tried to sidestep Will Hull. Laid into him a little bit by the penalty box as the two captains collide. Hull in his own end. A feed out to center for Jackson Craig. Craig for Ian Nurton. Nurton has it deflect off his stick. It'll be bobbled in the Legionnaires' end. Here's Nurton back with it. Nurton throws it towards the net pad, save Irvin. Nurton back on into the corner. Nurton plays it back down low. Craig takes a couple of bumps, and he gets leveled by Evan Gay. That's going to be a penalty. Craig and Gay getting into it now. A melee breaks out in the Legionnaires' end. Cooper getting after Markarian. Nurton in there with Emerson Jackson, and the officials try to separate everybody. Legionnaires look to clear. Jaworski couldn't get it out. Ritson working in. Ritson up to the line for LeBlanc. LeBlanc makes a move, plays it out front, loose down low, centering pass, net is off, no goal. LeBlanc buried on the doorstep, but the net came off, and the officials wave it off right away. Stopped by Irvin. Puck comes back out to the slot. Legionnaires look to clear. Jack Crute out to center, sends a pass over to Anton Smirnov. Smirnov far side, centering feed. What a save by Seth Ronan. A great chance there for Jace Lima, but Ronan got over to make the stop, and now he's in some discomfort in the Strathroy crease. Romaine watched by Ritson. The clearing attempt hit the skate there of Jake Ritson as the puck is played down low. Now thrown back below the goal line for Gavin White. Centering pass, Hickson. He scores. Eddie Hickson finds the back of the net, extends his point streak as a Rocket to 5 games, and it's 3-0 Strathroy, 30 seconds into the second. McGahee Smith's out to center, makes a move, hits the skate of J.K. Hay for Abbey. Abbey a deflection. Owen Hay into space. Hay on the far side. Plays it out front. Deflection. Jaworski save Ronan. Rebound loose. Did they score? No. Ronan kept it out. Somehow this one stays 3-0. Just 2 minutes into this second period. Back after it, Newstetter. Newstetter levels his man down low. That was Harding. And then lays a big hit on the far side. Shane Newstetter throwing the body around. LeBlanc through to center after it. Markarian poked away there, but LeBlanc back to recover. LeBlanc in over the blue line. Now McGahee-Smith all alone to the backhand. Save Irvin. Rebound loose. Irvin got it. He tried to cover up. The official lost sight of it, and we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. Now some words being exchanged at the Sarnia end. LeBlanc is going to go off here as Cole Abbey got in his grill. Now back in. Here come the Rockets at Sewell. Sewell centers. Chance for Hickson. Loose puck. Irvin over. Makes another great save. How about Zach Irvin right now? Back after it. Hull goes off the glass all the way out to center. Racing for it. Jaworski. Broad gives chase. Rode it out of the crease. Turns it over. Jaworski put it wide. Wide open net to shoot at it. He missed the mark. Trying to find a pass. Taken down to the corner. Flips it up to Hull. Hull hits his man right near the Strathroy bench. LeBlanc takes a shot. It sails high. Big hit at center by Cole Donnerman. Ritson maintains possession. Goes back Laprise. Cross ice LeBlanc. LeBlanc head fake. LeBlanc holding. Plays it on goal save. Rebound Gavin White. Bounces out front and they score. Quinn Gavin White centered it. Eddie Hickson buried it. It's the second of the night for Hickson, and it's 4-0 Strathroy. Tries to throw it down low. Laprise stick handles. Leaves it there for Eddie Hickson. Hickson flips it up to the line. LeBlanc takes a shot. Tipped on goal. Save. Rebound there, and they score. A power play goal again for the Rockets. It's a 5-0 game, and it's Quinn Gavin White who strikes. Sarnia to the power play for the first time. Off the draw, one-timer, save, rebound there, and they score! Owen Hay on the doorstep. A power play marker, and Sarnia gets on the board here in the third. Jaworski back after it. Jaworski for Hay. Hay back to Jaworski up high, handled by Perriard. Perriard a shot, and they score! Fired through traffic from the blue line. For William Perriard, that's his first GOHL goal, and it's a 5-2 game. Off the face-off, won by LeBlanc. Back after it, swung in deep by Phil Markarian, saved by Irvin, and he covers up the rebound, and now we get a scrum. Perriard getting into it with Craig down low. Craig was looking for the loose puck. Craig with a takedown of Perriard in the corner. How about that? Sarnia scores twice, and now chaos breaks out of the WMMC. Hull for Bromell. Bromell down the ice. Romaine back after it. Olivier Romaine swings it far side for Addison Murphy-Rogers. Murphy-Rogers decked by Will Hull. What a hit on the far wall. McGahee-Smith over the blue line. Chips it down the ice. Zach Irvin will play it. Now he'll get it over to Olivier Romaine. Far side. Big hit laid by Addison Murphy-Rogers. Here's LeBlanc with possession. LeBlanc centering feet deflected on goal save Irvin. He will hold on as we get some pushing and shoving out front. Hirsch getting into it here with Emerson Jackson. Hirsch grabs hold of the face mask. The physicality continuing here in this third period. And the Strathroy Rockets come away with a 6-2 victory on Alumni Night here at the West Middlesex Memorial Centre, led by a couple of goals from Eddie Hickson, a marker from Quinn Gavin White, from Lucas Laprise, from Tyler Olenek, and from Jake Ritson. Strathroy emerges victorious here tonight.
The boys are always dialed, you know, at putting the work in at practice, off ice, just everything. And just every game lately we've been coming out ready to play. We know what we want to do out there, and we come out and we execute it how we want. So the boys have been doing great. Team's been doing well. Honestly, I think all the boys played well. But, like, you know, Hicksy, great. Like, he's just all around. Every game comes out to play. Ritzy. But not even, like, just certain guys. Again, it's just, like, lately everybody on our team just been coming out ready to go. So everybody's been playing well, you know. Ronan, he's always a stud in the net. So, yeah, with all the history in our organization, and just to have those guys that have played here before us come in and get us ready to go, and tell us how their careers went, and just giving us advice. It's just awesome for us. And even during the game, with all the looking up in the crowds and seeing all these former guys that used to play for this team, it was just awesome to see. And I feel like it gave us a push tonight, just to go out there and do what we do and get a win.
As a coaching staff, we were excited that Lucas was coming back. Obviously, he's a premier player in this league. He's a 200-foot player that can play physical, obviously scores when the puck gets on his stick in good spots. But the thing I like most about Lucas here is he's calm, he's composed, and he leads by example all throughout the game in different areas. So really happy that he's here. They're a really pesky team. So if you let them hang around there, they're going to create chances. They never stop working hard. So it's a challenge, but I thought our group rose up today. And my favorite part of this was just having the alumni guys around the rink. I mean, having Harry Gorman there in the room, Ben Van de Peer and the other boys come in and talk to the guys. And honestly, like, anyone who's been in our room, our dressing room is a museum. Like, it's wild to walk around, see all the guys that have played here, like whether it's Jeff Carter, Andy McDonald, Brian Campbell, Shorzy. It's pretty cool to see all the memorabilia, and we soak that in all the time, but to really take one night and appreciate it and pass that down to these guys, and one day hopefully Lucas will show up on alumni night and give the boys a good pep talk.
Overall, we've been working every day, practicing hard as we can, and it's showing out on the ice. We're improving, we're all working together, and we're getting there. It'll come soon. We're all just there for each other and keeping each other up, and our fans back at home coming every night and supporting us, it means a lot, and they're getting us through it, and it'll come. So as long as we just keep working together and holding each other up.
Under the circumstances, they've been able to stay together, right? They rally each other. They kind of, want to help each other constantly, and that's something that, we've praised them for from a staff's point. You know what I mean? And they've been real good about that, right? Their attitudes are always, the right way, and could continue to compete. And for a young guy, a 16-year-old like Will, to come through like that, he's been improving game after game, doing the right things, doing what we ask, and it's good to see him get rewarded. We're real fortunate as a staff to work with the group that we do have. Even some new players that we've brought in, they kind of understand, the culture that we've kind of set in place there now, to try to kind of continue to try to get better. Yeah, we don't look, and we don't really dwell on the past. We can't change it, right? In anything we can't, especially in hockey. So you got to look for something, the bright spots that we see, and build off of those to continue to keep pushing. And they're real positive all the time. It's a credit to all of them they come and work hard, and they understand the situations that we're in, from a standings point of view kind of thing. Some of the teams that we have to try to match up against, and that kind of stuff, but they don't back down. They just kind of keep working at it, and they all strive to, try to get that first one.
Just from top to bottom, everybody's been exceptional. People that, came in with something to prove, just like Zach LeBlanc, having a career year. I think he had more points in the first, 15 games of the season than he has in his whole junior career. So he's had an exceptional start. Our rookies like Jake Ritson and Chase Sewell, like they've been very, very steady for us, one in a defensive aspect and the other in an offensive aspect. And of course, we wouldn't be able to have such a sturdy ship without our leadership group, and Will Hall, Phil Markarian, Luke Laprise, and Cole Dodderman. They really, help us anchor down and hold everybody accountable, which you need when you're that young.